This episode of the Great American Road Trip, we went to Michigan. We visited 3 of the 5 Great Lakes, Superior, Michigan, and Huron. We drove U.S. Highway 2 to the east end of the western section in St. Ignace, Michigan. The west terminus of U.S. 2 is in Everett, Washington. U.S. 2 continues from near Lake Champlain in eastern New York to the Canadian border in Maine. I've driven it all except from Sandpoint, Idaho to Everett. We stayed in Duluth, Minnesota, Bayfield, Wisconsin. In Michigan, we stayed in Escanaba, Petoskey, Mackinac City, Grand Marais, and Copper Harbor. Sleeping Bear, I think it's called. So we'll check it out. I'm climbing the dune. It's steep. You ready? Here we go. I got up to what I thought was the top of the dune, and then, no, that's halfway. So you climb up some more, and then you realize, oh no, that wasn't even halfway. Maybe it was a third, I don't know. I got up to there, and then I looked at my map, and it's like, oh, it's a long ways to get to Lake Michigan. And I thought, okay, been there, done that. I'm turning around. I'm gonna find a different spot. But I've been quite a ways up this big old dune, and that's cool. Look at the view from up here. That's pretty nice. And now, gravity is my friend. They said it's 400 feet down to the water, and it's a long, hard climb up, and some people need to be rescued, so we're not going down there. Down is optional. It's a long ways. Michigan Highway 119. It's just a beautiful drive. Many miles of windy, narrow road. It's just beautiful. This is Lake Huron. Over there is Lake Michigan, which we visited, and actually the geologists will tell you they're all the same lake, but don't tell anybody. But this is the Straits of Mackinac, where technically they separate. And then we're visiting Lake Superior later the week. Tomorrow, I think, we go to Lake Superior, Grand Marais, Michigan. So we're just enjoying this Great Lakes tour. One of the travelers, I make a note that Michigan does a darn good job of maintaining their highways, so we're happy about that. I am, as the driver. And an oddity is that every time I bought coffee here, it's been $1.26. And it's like I've never experienced that. So I asked a woman at a Circle K down in Sheboygan. I said, Sheboygan's just fun to say. I said, So why is it always $1.26? She said it's just coincidence. I think they're in cahoots. They're colluding. But it's a good price, so I'm not complaining. Grand Marais tomorrow, Copper Harbor after that, and then we're in Bayfield on Saturday and then home. Well, hey boys and girls, you hear that sound? That is the waves on Lake Superior. We're on the South Shore in Michigan, and that's what that looks like. And we're off to Grand Marais, Michigan, which is up the shore about 15 miles. This is Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. The waves are big enough they couldn't send the tour boat out today, but we're here nonetheless. I've been lucky. I love big waves. Been lucky. I've seen some huge ones on the north shore of the Big Island in Hawaii. And Prince Edward Island a few years ago, we were on the north shore of that, and they had a strong north wind and huge waves. We could hardly open the car door. Well, greetings from Grand Marais, Michigan. This is the south shore of Lake Superior, not the Grand Marais on the north shore. Here's a tourist picking up rocks. Yes, and we've got waves. I always like the waves on anything, but these are Lake Superior waves. And I'm not complaining, but it sure would be nice to see them. They're so big that they come up all the way on the beach here, but that's okay. So, Grand Marais is a nifty little town. It is a full day's drive from central Minnesota, 8 hours. But it's beautiful. It's just a nice little, I don't want to say it's not a tourist town. Exactly, that's all it is a tourist town. But it's not the gaudy tourist town. I mean, our hotel has a push-button phone, a touch tone, and a key, a literal key for our room. I like that. And we had great barbecue ribs tonight, and it's a quiet little place. And I keep thinking, if you were the kind of person who likes to just go sit by the lake or sit, you know, in a place and watch the waves and just read a book for a couple of days, low key, low stress, vacation shouldn't be stressful. This would be a place for you to go. You're either going here or you're really lost. It is the end of the road. And so we like it. I've seen it on the map and always wanted to go here, and here we are.